let's simplify, right? And you watch Paul McCartney writing the songs. He's like, simplify, let's simplify. You know, I mean, and it really, again, it just seems so simple that, and I'm sitting here saying it seems so simple, and everybody's probably like, what the hell are you talking about, man? It's not simple. Life is hard. And it is if you have that perspective. It is if, you know, again, you know, Steve Harvey, if you say you ain't never going to be that, nope, not going to happen. But if you say you are, very good chance, right? And so why not take these little tidbits of things that we resonate with and actually apply them in our lives? Why not build ourselves up and accept things as truth that we can then build upon? And then get to a place in which we're like, you know, look back in 6 months and say, man, like, you know, certainly things still come up in my life that, you know, suck every once in a while, or thoughts come up and things happen. But you know what? Like, wow, like I actually see a difference. I actually see, and it doesn't need to be months. Like, I mean, I'll tell you, like, at least for me, it was, you know, within a few, like the same day I told you, I mean, my freaking body was vibrating. I mean, how does that not feel, you know, different? And it was a little weird, I'll tell you, like, you know, and I didn't even think about the tuning fork thing until a colleague of mine, Thomas, thank you, Thomas, said, oh, like a tuning fork. And I'm like, oh, yes, that's exactly right. Because what does a tuning fork do? Like, tune into a frequency. And I'm like, oh, it's all coming together. Frequency, you know, information, light, all that good stuff. So hopefully that answers your question. And really it was the validations along the way that kept kind of popping up into my awareness that I was kind of looking for, you know, kind of looking for little things that are validating. And they kept coming to me. That's the other thing, is they kept coming to me instead of, I was always the person that was following up, always forcing everything because I had to be in control. I had to, if I didn't know, oh my God, no, I need to know. If I don't know, are you crazy? I must know. I can't operate if I don't know. Little by little, moment by moment, just started letting go. And then, you know, what happens is instead of me spending my time and my thoughts on things that I feel like I need to be controlling, I start looking at flowers or birds or, you know, just tasting the food in front of me that I'm eating. Right. And then trying to get better at things, trying to give myself like little mechanism. Right. And so like, how you think and how you feel. All right, great example. You know, there's this place next to me, like El Jefe Luchador, incredible. They have this pork belly quesadilla. Oh my God, if you don't, you know, whatever. It's amazing. So I'll go there and I say, oh my God, I am going to have the most incredible, delicious meal I've ever had, ever. It's going to be so good. The flavor is going to be delicious. And the texture, oh my God, this is so good. I can't believe it's better than the last time. Swear to God, that's happened like over and over again. And it's gotten better every time. No joke. And it's like little things that we try. And if, okay, it works on that. And then you know what happens is I forget to do it, or I'm angry, or I'm anxious or upset. You know what happens? It's like, oh, it's all right. It was decent. You know, it was decent. And so, but again, it's like, it really just kind of speaks to a lot of the experiments and a lot of the things that people use as reference points. Bruce Lipton uses an experiment that I've seen on Instagram Reels, and Mindset Vibrations is one of those that has good Instagram Reels that, you know, like I said, shout outs, you know, for where give credit where credit's due. And one of the experiments he talks about is, you know, Riley, I've shared this with you before, where people, they took cells off of a person that experienced fear. They put them into a little petri dish. They took cells off of a person that experienced feelings of love, right? And they put it into petri dish. Feelings of love grew and flourished and turned into and kept multiplying. Whereas the petri dish of fear, everything died. Literally everything died, right? And so if what's true that happens on a molecular level happens on a larger level, then why wouldn't that be something that we could at least give the opportunity to explore and let us figure it out for ourselves? Right. And I think that's one big thing that I've learned is if I can just, instead of thinking about it and thinking about like either how I don't want to do it or how it won't work or anything like that, just trying it. Why not? You know, and then, but again, giving yourself the credit. Like I said, it took me like, once I had made the decision that I wanted to sit down and meditate for 20 minutes, which in and of itself was like a big deal. It took me 3 days 3.5 days in the middle of the afternoon where I'm like, okay, I got 20 minutes now, I can break to do it, and so it's recognizing like, all right, I did it, and then let me do it again. And then let me do it. And whether it's a calendar, whether it's like checking it off, like I did it. And every day I've done something, and every day, and then it's turned into, because a lot of, and as I've mentioned with my meditation now, it's a mixture of things. It's things that I've pulled from, whether it was Deepak Chopra, whether it was Wayne Dyer, whether it was Joe Dispenza, whether it was different other people, or things that I've experienced that seem to help me more. Sometimes, depending on how I'm feeling in that day, I'll do one thing versus I'll do another, right? And for me, right now, I don't want to be sitting quietly in a chair for hours. I want to be living. I'm here to live. I'm here to have fun. I'm here to have joy. I feel like we are all here for that. That we're here to have experiences to overcome our karmas that we need to realize and learn lessons from, and allow and accept these experiences as lessons, and allow and accept these experiences to look into these things and say, all right, what am I supposed to figure out here? All right, it sucks. Yes, check. It sucks. All right, well, so what sucks about it? What is the potential lesson here? What's the potential thing that I can learn? What's the potential thing that I can accept and then work to resolve through, right? And then visualize it, just like the quesadilla. Visualize it like a perfect scenario. Visualize a happy outcome to what it is that you want. And I'll be the first to admit that's incredibly difficult.